As Nigeria joined the rest of the West African sub-region to commemorate the 2022 Ecowas Human Rights Day with the theme Guaranteeing Child Rights to Health for Inclusive Community Development, stakeholders from different sectors have harped on the need for Nigeria as well as other African states to meet 10% of their budgetary allocation to healthcare services. Now, they made this call at a one-day stakeholder parley with stakeholders to commemorate 2022 Ecowas Human Rights Day on Monday in Abuja. Benedict Oku completes the story as read from our studios.
There are various challenges faced by children which infringe on the enjoyment of their rights to health, which are mostly occasioned by insecurity and other forms of conflict in most African sub-region. Sometimes these children have limited access to healthcare services and a wide range of rights, like health-related education and information, including information on the effects of harmful traditional practices. At a one-day stakeholder parley with stakeholders in commemoration of the 2022 Ecowas Human Rights Day, stakeholders harped on the need for Nigeria as well as other African states to meet up with 10% of its budgetary allocation to healthcare services.
Across the region, children are involved in forced labor, trafficking, prostitution, and even child soldiers, all of which hampers their rights to health and other fundamental rights. According to the World Health Organization Child Health Fact Sheets, 5.9 million children under the age of 5 years died in 2015, with 45% of child deaths associated with undernutrition. It is our earnest expectation that this platform, enhanced by Ecowas and CDD West Africa, will serve as an opportunity for us to take account of our achievements so far, challenges and lessons learned in enhancing child's rights to health.
The Director, Political Affairs, Ecowas, Remy Ajibewa, called on government and relevant stakeholders to do more in providing healthcare services for children in order to ensure adequate benefits of their health rights.
Basically, we have what we call the WAO, West Africa Health Organization. They've given us a basic statistic on the member states. And when you look at it in comparison to what had been, there has been an increment, but specifically all the member states are gearing towards ensuring that the sustainable development goal of ensuring that the care for the children are taken into consideration is being. The commitment right now is that, given the fact that we are still in the period of COVID-19, we believe that 2022, with this team, that most of our member states, there will be more awareness, there will be more advocacy, and there will be more government gearing towards increasing revenue in maintaining that at least some level of decorum is seen in most of our member states, as well as even within the health agency.
While hammering on the Abuja declaration of 10% of its budgetary allocation to healthcare services, they also called all African states to create an enabling environment that will enhance the enjoyment of a healthy environment.
The ECOWAS countries are also part of the Abuja Declaration. This happened some years back, which said that 10% of a country's budget will be allocated to health. Many countries on this continent have not met that minimum, and it's minimum 10% of their allocation. What this means is that our health services continue to be based on private provision of services, which is also a violation of our right to health. And so if health services are not even getting the minimum standard that we require, that African states have agreed to, then you can only imagine how children's health provision is being catered for. So let 2022 be the year that African states say, you know what, we're going to improve on our budgeting. Already, many of them have already passed the budgets for 2022, but then they can begin now this year to look at where are the areas that we can take and prioritize the issues of health, so that by the time they are signing off their budgets for 2023, they're actually allocating a minimum 10% of their budget for health.
Children are entitled to the enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health care services, as well as facilities for the treatment of illnesses and rehabilitation of health. Hence, the stakeholders also called for balancing and integration of traditional healthcare services with that of modern healthcare providing hospitals.